Welcome to Epic Greek Myths. Today's video embarks on the journey of the Queen of Gods, Hera. Join us as we uncover her origins, jealousy, symbolisms, children, temples, personality traits, and more in this detailed video about the mythology of Hera. Hera, the revered Queen of the Gods, holds a paramount place in Greek mythology as the wife of Zeus and the goddess of marriage and birth. Her role in the pantheon is both majestic and complex, reflecting the multifaceted nature of her divine influence. Hera's origin is deeply rooted in ancient Greek mythology. She is the daughter of the titans Cronus and Rhea, making her a direct descendant of the primordial forces of the universe. Born on the island of Samos or in Argos, depending on varying myths, Hera's birth heralded the arrival of a powerful deity destined to play a crucial role in the divine hierarchy. According to the myth, Cronus, fearing that one of his children would overthrow him, swallowed each one at birth. However, Rhea managed to save Zeus, who later rescued his siblings, including Hera, from Cronus's stomach, marking the beginning of the Olympian reign. Hera's siblings are among the most prominent figures in Greek mythology. She shares her lineage with Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, Demeter, and Hestia, forming a family of gods and goddesses who rule over various aspects of existence. Her marriage to Zeus, her brother, established her as the queen of the Olympian gods. However, their union was far from serene. Zeus's notorious infidelity fueled Hera's profound jealousy and wrath. Zeus, captivated by Hera's beauty and grace, desired her as his wife, but Hera was initially reluctant. Knowing her brother's reputation for infidelity, she resisted his advances. Undeterred, Zeus transformed himself into a distressed cuckoo bird during a storm. Moved by compassion, Hera took the bird into her arms to warm it, at which point Zeus revealed his true form and declared his love. Touched by his persistence, Hera agreed to marry him. Their wedding was a grand celebration on Mount Olympus, marked by elaborate festivities and magnificent gifts, including the Garden of the Hesperides, where golden apples grew as a symbol of their union. Despite the grandeur of their wedding, Hera's jealousy is legendary, often directed towards Zeus's numerous lovers and their offspring. One of the most famous instances of her vengeance involves Heracles, also known as Hercules. Heracles was the son of Zeus and the mortal woman Alcmene. Even before his birth, Hera sought to kill him. She tried to prevent his birth by tying Alcmene's legs in knots, but her efforts were thwarted. When Heracles was still an infant, Hera sent 2 serpents to kill him in his cradle. However, Heracles, displaying his divine strength even as a baby, strangled the serpents. Hera's jealousy did not end there. Throughout Heracles' life, she placed numerous obstacles in his path. One of the most significant instances was when Hera drove Heracles into a fit of madness, causing him to kill his own wife and children. As a form of atonement, Heracles was then compelled to undertake the famous 12 labors, many of which were indirectly influenced by Hera's desire to see him fail or perish. These labors, ranging from slaying the Nemean lion to capturing the golden hind of Artemis, were fraught with peril and nearly impossible tasks, highlighting the extent of Hera's determination to make Heracles suffer. Another significant example of Hera's jealousy is seen in the myth of Io. Io was a mortal priestess of Hera who caught Zeus's eye. To hide his affair from Hera, Zeus transformed Io into a white heifer. However, Hera was not deceived and requested the heifer as a gift. Zeus had no choice but to comply. Hera then placed Io under the watch of Argus Panoptes, a giant with 100 eyes. Argus was an excellent guard because he never fully slept, as some of his eyes were always open. However, Zeus sent Hermes to rescue Io, who lulled Argus to sleep with stories and music, and then killed him. Even after this, Hera continued to torment Io by sending a gadfly to sting her relentlessly, forcing Io to wander the earth in torment. Io's journey took her across vast lands from Greece to Egypt, where she was finally transformed back into human form and gave birth to Epaphus, a son of Zeus. Hera's jealousy also extended to mortal women who bore Zeus's children. One such case is Semele, the mother of Dionysus. Hera tricked Semele into asking Zeus to reveal his true form to her, knowing that a mortal could not behold a god's true form without perishing. Zeus reluctantly complied, and Semele was incinerated by his divine presence. However, Zeus saved the unborn Dionysus by sewing him into his thigh until he was ready to be born. Hera's vendetta against Dionysus did not end with Semele's death. She continued to hound him throughout his life, driving him mad and sending him on a series of wanderings before he finally ascended to godhood. Hera's vengeance was not limited to women and children, but extended to entire regions. In the myth of Leto, the mother of Apollo and Artemis, Hera's jealousy drove her to prevent Leto from finding a place to give birth. Every land feared Hera's wrath and refused to provide refuge. Eventually, the floating island of Delos took pity on Leto, allowing her to give birth to the twin gods. Even after their birth, Hera continued to plague Leto and her children, demonstrating the depth of her resentment. Hera's jealousy is also evident in the Trojan War myth. The judgment of Paris, where the Trojan prince Paris awarded the golden apple to Aphrodite over Hera and Athena, sparked Hera's enduring hatred for the Trojans. Throughout the Trojan War, Hera actively supported the Greeks and worked to ensure the destruction of Troy. She used her influence to manipulate other gods and heroes, ensuring that the Greeks had divine favor on their side. Her relentless pursuit of vengeance against the Trojans highlights her powerful and unyielding nature. Hera's influence extends beyond her marital strife. She is the goddess of marriage and birth, embodying the ideals of womanhood and family. Her symbols include the peacock, the cow, and the pomegranate. The peacock, with its magnificent and colorful plumage, represents her regal beauty, and the many eyes on its feathers symbolize her watchfulness and vigilance. The cow is a symbol of her nurturing and maternal aspects, while the pomegranate signifies fertility and the continuity of life. Hera's sacred animals are revered symbols within her mythology. The peacock, with its resplendent feathers adorned with eye-like patterns, embodies Hera's grandeur and all-seeing nature. The cow, gentle and nurturing, reflects her role as a motherly figure. The pomegranate, often associated with fertility and abundance, underscores her connection to childbirth and the cycle of life. These symbols are frequently depicted in art and literature, serving as reminders of Hera's powerful presence and her multifaceted role in the pantheon. Hera's children further reflect her divine roles. Among her offspring are Ares, the god of war Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths and fire Hebe, the goddess of youth and Eileithyia, the goddess of childbirth. Each of these deities holds significant positions within the pantheon, underscoring Hera's importance as a mother and protector of life. Ares, known for his fierce and tumultuous nature, often embodies the chaos of war, a reflection of the sometimes tumultuous aspects of Hera's own character. Hephaestus, despite being born with a physical deformity and cast out of Olympus by Hera, eventually became a master craftsman, symbolizing the transformative power of resilience. Hebe, associated with eternal youth, served as a cupbearer to the gods, representing the rejuvenating aspects of Hera's influence. Eileithyia, closely tied to childbirth, was invoked by women in labor, underscoring Hera's role as a protector and helper in times of need. Temples dedicated to Hera were centers of worship and reverence in ancient Greece. Two of the most significant temples are the Heraion of Samos and the Heraion of Argos. These sacred sites were places where devotees sought her blessings, offered sacrifices, and celebrated festivals in her honor. The grandeur of these temples attests to the high esteem in which Hera was held. The Heraion of Samos, one of the largest and most significant sanctuaries in the Greek world, was renowned for its monumental architecture and lavish offerings. Similarly, the Heraion of Argos, situated in a region closely associated with Hera, featured impressive structures and rich cultural activities dedicated to her worship. Festivals such as the Heraia, held in her honor, included athletic competitions, processions, and sacrifices, reflecting the widespread devotion to Hera and her integral role in Greek religion and society. The myth of the golden apples further illustrates Hera's role in Greek mythology. In the Garden of the Hesperides, golden apples grew that were said to grant immortality. Hera's connection to these apples is seen in various myths, including the labors of Heracles, where he was tasked with retrieving the apples as one of his 12 labors. This myth highlights Hera's influence over both divine and heroic narratives. The golden apples also played a crucial role in the events leading to the Trojan War, where Eris, the goddess of discord, used one of these apples to spark a dispute among the goddesses, leading to the fateful judgment of Paris. This incident underscores the far-reaching impact of Hera's realm and the interconnectedness of her myths with the broader tapestry of Greek mythology. Hera's personality is a blend of regal dignity and fierce determination. She embodies the virtues of womanly excellence, marriage, and family. Yet she is also known for her vengeful and wrathful nature. Her actions, driven by a deep sense of justice and loyalty, often reflect the complexities of her character. While she can be nurturing and protective, she also exhibits a formidable strength that commands respect and awe. Her unwavering commitment to maintaining the sanctity of marriage, despite the challenges posed by Zeus's infidelities, highlights her resilience and tenacity. In summary, Hera's legacy is marked by her profound impact on both the divine and mortal realms. Through her symbols, myths, and worship, Hera continues to be a central figure in the rich tapestry of Greek mythological tradition. As the queen of the gods, goddess of marriage and birth, and a figure of immense influence, she stands as a powerful and intricate deity whose actions, though sometimes harsh, highlight the depth of her character and her commitment to her divine role. Hera's story is one of power, jealousy, and the complexities of love, making her one of the most compelling and enduring figures in Greek mythology. Thank you for joining Epic Greek Myths. Please like this video, and I'd love to see what you would like to see next in the comments.